Yo, this is the Tunnel Plays Pokemon Ruby! You know where we are? We are in the Pokémon League. It is time to become the champion of the Hoenn region. But first, let's take a look at our team that we're going to use to battle the Elite Four and the champion itself. Yeah. Some team has been changing. We have Hariyama 52, Manectric 51, Sceptile 52, Swallow 51, Sharpedo 53, and Groudon is 54. So we now have a very good team set and ready to go. To look at the moveset, I have the following. Wild Throw, Strength Surf, and Rock Smash, not really much to do about that. Spark, Thunder, Secret Power, and Flash. Yeah, I got rid of Thunder Wave that I used to get into the victory road. Leaf Blade, Pursuit, Cut, Giga Drain, nothing much to do about that. LA, Steel Wing, Flying, Quick Attack. Surf, Crunch, Dive, and Ice Beam. I got rid of 1 to 4 because we don't really need it anymore. Slash, Bulk Up, Earthquake, and Fire Blast on Groudon. And of course a lot of set of items ready to be used as well, so now it's time that we're going to be battling the first 2 Elite Four members. There are 4 of them, of course, as the other ones are. But I don't think I'll be able to beat more than 2 of them at the one video, so we'll go through the first 2 ones in this video, then we'll take the 2 remaining ones in the video number 2. Then in the third video we'll go through the champion himself, or herself for that matter. You'll find out who it is. You play it before, you probably know, but maybe some of you haven't. Anyways, talk to these guys. Beyond this point, only those trainers who have collected all the gym badges are permitted to enter. Trainer, let us confirm that you have all the gym badges. Trainer, believe in yourself and Pokemon and go forth. Oh, we will. And with that in mind, let us begin the first gym leader battle. I mean, it would have been, of course, if they actually were gym leaders, but let's say the first Elite Four battle. That sounds better. Yeah, Elite Four actually have their own nice music here for one reason. That's kind of nice. Look at this, looks pretty cool. And this guy right in front of me, he is our first opponent, the first Elite Four member, and Elite Four member who also uses a type that we have seen before. Now we have to fight it again. The final Elite Four of Generation 2 now is the first opponent for Generation 3, so you kind of know what type this means. Anyways, let us go. Elite Four member number 1. Welcome, challenger. I'm Sidney of the Elite Four. I like the look you're giving me. I guess I'll give you a good match. That's good. Looking real good. Alright, you and me. Let's enjoy a battle that's only be staged here in the Pokémon League. So Sidney is our first opponent. He uses Dark-type Pokémon. Just like Karen was the last one in Johto, he's the first one in Hoenn. Both uses Dark-type Pokémon. He has 5 Pokémon, and the first one is Mightyena, the evolved form of Poochyena. That's one of the reasons why I want to have Hariyama go first. So, first I will use Wild Throw, because I will be outsped by Mightyena anyway, so might as well just use Wild Throw. Wild Throw is 100% chance to hit, can never miss, and will always be attacking last. I couldn't KO Mightyena, but that's fine, because he will most likely use a full restore on Mightyena right now, and that means he has to waste his turn on healing rather than doing damage, which is good for me. Besides, he doesn't have unlimited of full restores, so I just want to keep wasting them on Mightyena first, so that we won't be having them on the other Pokemon. Final Wild Throw goes into effect here, and we have taken out the first of Sidney's Pokemon. Next up is Shiftry. Now I have some choices to use here. Shiftry is a Dark and Grass type, so now you can use a Fighting type, you can use a Flying type, but if you have some with a Bug move, use that. That's 4 times effective. Anyways, I'll be sticking to Swallow for this one, because I really feel Swallow is really good here. So I'll be going with Airlace. It's quick and effective. Doesn't one hit KO it, but that's because Shiftry has a lot of health and good defense. Now he uses double team, which is kind of funny because it doesn't matter how many double teams he uses or if you're gonna reduce my accuracy, Aerial Ace can never miss. No matter what, it can never miss. Down goes the Shiftry. Get some more XP. Next up is Cacturne. Now Cacturne has the same types as Shiftry, so there's no real need to switch Pokemon here. Just like Shiftry, Cacturne is a dark and grass type Pokemon, which is the evolved form of Cacnea. So just do the same thing here, swallow it with an Aerial Ace. Now he's even weaker than Shiftry in defensive ways. And here comes the Cotton Spore, which is kinda lame. It's gonna reduce our speed by 2, which means we'll still outspeeding it though, but this means that if we're gonna continue using Swallow, he might be outsped by Pokemon of Sidney. But he only has 2 more left. Next up is Sharpedo. So Sharpedo, of course, is a water and dark type Pokemon, so we can either use a physical attacker like Hariyama, or we can go with like Manectric or Sceptile against its water version. Groudon will be Suicide because he's weak, so in my opinion I'm just gonna go with Hariyama. Thing is that Hariyama is strong against dark attacks, so if you're gonna try to do some dark attacks on me, Hariyama will not take much damage. And remember, Sharpedo is a glass cannon. He has so low defense, but he has really high attack, really high special attack, and he's also not that slow either, so it's a glass cannon. All out offensive Pokemon. Okay, this can be bad. Swagger. So Swagger will increase my attack by 2 stages, but will make me confused. Now I have to really hope that I won't be getting hitting myself. If I don't, which I of course did. If I didn't get confused there, this would have been a knockout for Sharpedo. Here comes the Surf. This will actually hurt us a bit. But I survive. No, I won't. Okay, so Sharpedo got lucky here. I hit myself twice in confusion, which is unfortunate. So now I can either go with Sceptile or Manectric. I will stick to... actually I think I will skip the Sceptile here. Reason is because Sceptile is strong against its water attacks. So I'll go with I can go with Giga Drain and Leaf Blade, doesn't really matter. Both of them will do heavy damage. This should be a one knockout for Sharpedo, which it is. Sharpedo is just so weak defensively, so he will go down any special any super effective attacks on him. The final Pokemon is Absol. Now, unlike the other Pokemon we faced so far, or except maybe the first one, Absol, just like Mightyena, is a pure Dark-type Pokemon, which means you can only really damaging him with attacks that are basically super effective against Dark. You can also do another moves though. So, as being a... I'm gonna use Snatch. Snatch means it'll take our item from us if we're holding anything. I'm just gonna use a normal Leaf Blade. It takes pretty good health. It's going to recover, of course, with using a berry, which is fine. I'm just gonna use a Cut now, just to prevent him from using a potion. Okay, no Aerial Ace, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's fine. We outspeed him, so if we do Leaf Blade now, that should be the end of Absol. The reason I want to use Cut first is because if I use Cut first, it won't be enough. He will be in red zone, and then Sidney will just full restore. Anyways, that was Sidney. Not too hard because I don't think his Pokemon is too strong, and also he has some only double types that are basically easy for us to beat. Anyways, 1 Elite Four member down. We have 2 more to go. Well, how do you like that? I lost. It was fun, so it doesn't matter. I guess. Well, listen to what this loser has to say. You go where it takes to go far. Now go on to the next room and enjoy your next battle. Oh, we will for sure. But before we go into our next room here, and repel Wora from battling, we need to revive dear Hariyama. Even though he won't be used at all in the next fight, it's still nice to have him though, because he might be actually useful in the 3rd gym leader battle. I mean 3rd Elite Four battle. Stop calling him that, damn it. In the 3rd Elite Four battle, he can be very useful because he will be super effective against the type of Pokemon we'll be facing. Which of course we'll find out soon. Okay, so for the next opponent we're gonna face right now, we have to do a little strategy changing. I actually think Sharpedo will be the best one to use here. Groudon can also work well, but I'm a bit worried about their abilities, and we'll find out. With that said in motion, let's go into our next room. You might be wondering, what kind of Pokemon we're gonna face now? So, we're gonna face a type of Elite Four that we have faced before, not in Generation 2, but in Generation 1. No, it's not an Ice type, it's not a Fighting type, it's not a Dragon either. Yep, this is probably the younger version of Agatha, I will kinda say. This girl right here, she uses Ghost-type Pokémon. So, be ready for that. Ghost types are usually weak to Psychic, they use, or I don't think they are, maybe they are. But they are weak to Dark types, so use that information. Don't use normal or fighting Pokemon, they won't even hit it. With that said, let us go against the next Elite Four member of the Hoenn League. I'm Phoebe of the Elite Four. I did my training on Mount Pyre. While I trained, I gained the ability to commune with Ghost-type Pokémon. Yes, the bond I developed with Pokémon is extremely tight. So, come on, just try and see if we can even inflict damage on my Pokémon. We will see. So here we go. Elite Four battle number 2, and our opponent is Phoebe. And she uses Ghost-type Pokemon. She has 5 Pokemon, and the first off is Dusclops. Dusclops is the evolved version of Dusclops, and he is a Ghost-type Pokemon. So what to attack with here is to use Crunch. It's super effective against Dark-type Pokemon. Oh, I even can't take it out with a KO. That's really good for us, because Sharpedo, as weak defensively is, he kind of needs to take everyone out in a single hit, or you're going to take a lot of damage. Next up is Sableye. Now, in this generation, Sableye is a very, very unique Pokemon. I'm wondering what is so unique about Sableye? Well, Sableye has no weakness. That's right. There is nothing that can super effective Sableye at all in Generation 1. It was only until Generation 6, when the introduction of the Fairy type, that's actually something called super effective Sableye. But until then, Sableye has no weakness. That's right, no weakness at all for Sableye. There's impossible to super effective him. So here we have to go with something else. Now usually Ghost types are very weak defensively, and Aerial Ace for Swallow is a good choice in my opinion. So basically, what makes Sableye so good in terms of not being taking super effective attacks? Well, Sableye is a dual type Ghost and Dark type. Means nothing can super effective it. The weaknesses that a Dark type has been nullified by the Ghost type and the opposite. And there Faint Sableye got lucky with a crit. So he's not that strong usually though, it's just that he's just very good tanking. Next I'm gonna face another Dusclops, so I'll be changing to Sharpedo one more time. Sharpedo does well against the Ghost types. Hariyama's the weakest one here. I could of course use, for example, Groudon, but the thing is that some of these Ghost-type Pokemon, they have an ability which makes them immune to Ground-type moves, basically called something called Levitate. Levitate means it can't be hit by Ground-type moves. Oh, he survived. But he loses his special defense. Okay, this is bad. Here comes Confuse Ray. This means that Sharpedo will be confused now, and I have to hit this attack, because Sharpedo will be damaging himself a lot if I manage to happen to do that, so I need to be careful here. Okay, so let's see. Will I hit this or will I fail? I fail. That's unfortunate. Look at the damage I do. Here comes the Earthquake. This is probably it for Sharpedo, because Sharpedo is so defensively weak. No, he survives actually. That's gonna chunk on a berry, just like the other one did. If I can hit this one... Oh, I snapped out of confusion. That's great. That means Dusclops shouldn't survive this, and he doesn't. So that was lucky for us. We haven't really been lucky with confusion so far. Next up is Banette. Banette is the evolved form of Shuppet. Shuppet, It's a Pokemon that you normally see in Sapphire, and you see more Dusclops in Ruby. So just like Dusclops, it's also a Ghost-type Pokemon. So go with Crunch. Wow, I crit! Oh, that's awesome. I had some luck at least on my side this time. I couldn't take out the confusion, but I can crit at least. And the last one is another Banettes. So she has 2 Banettes, 2 Dusclops, and 1 Sableye. We take out this Banette now, the fight is over, and we will be halfway through. Will that be enough? It is! Banette is probably weaker defensively and more offensive type than Dusclops, and that means Banette takes away with a Crunch. And that's Phoebe, in a nutshell. Oh darn! I've gotten lost! There's the definite bond between you and your Pokemon too! I didn't recognize it, so it's only natural that I lost. Yup. Need to see how far your bond will carry you. Go ahead, move on to the next room. Yes, we got a bit lucky there, but this is one of the important things why you actually need to get yourself a Dark-type Pokemon or a good Psychic-type Pokemon for the Elite Four, simply because Phoebe can be a bit of trouble. So if you have a good Dark-type Pokemon like, for example, Sableye, Sableye, you can of course use Sableye if you want to, because it's no weakness, but I would say Sharpedo is a good here, but you need to make sure he's good level and that he can outspeed and try to one-hit every single Pokemon of Phoebe except Sableye. Do that, you have a good chance of beating Phoebe easily. If not, you can be a bit hard. Make sure you have something to cure confusion and so on, at least if that's gonna happen. Let's see, are Pokemon healthy enough? Nah, I need to cure. So, that's gonna be it for this episode, and next time we're gonna face up against the 2 remaining Elite Four members of the Hoenn League. And after that, in the episode after that, we're going to go against the Champion of Hoenn. Who I maybe think you already know who is. Or... yeah, we'll find out who it is. Anyways, if you have any feedback on Let's Play or want to discuss this game, leave a comment below this video. If you want to be notified when I upload stuff and other things on my channel, then hit that subscribe button. You can click on the button below or on the bottom right of the video with the icon that says subscribe. With that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.